You know you gotta love the classics, m'lady. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/justneckbeardthings because everybody loves that good old-fashioned cringe you can smell through the internets. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see another video like this one here today in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on the notifications. Alright, let's go. In the interest of safety, do not touch children when ride is moving. Okay, I know somebody's gonna be stupid enough to think, well, it's okay to touch children when it's not moving. And in the instance that ever does happen, please rightfully say, yes, officer, that one. Area A person in a cape is banging on a door, yelling, this is the Lord's property, or something, and trying to break in. One person probably armed with a katana. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Either they're gonna run out of breath, get winded, or their favorite show's gonna come on and they're gonna be able to go be happy enjoying that. You can create a warm, hyper-realistic socks doll of anyone you've ever touched. They're too realistic that could be mistaken for an unconscious body, so make sure you have a place to hide them. So let me get this straight, it's either going to be a clone or Sweet Home Alabama, isn't it? What you doing? At a con, but it's ending in an hour. Video games, furry, or Japanese off-brand? All three. Yeah, every day we stray farther from the sun, and at this point we just passed Pluto. Neckbeards when they see an Asian e-girl, oh dear, gorgeous. Neckbeards when they see a white e-girl, you effing donkey. Mentioned this before, but I become even more astonished each week that passes by. The number of otherwise good-looking and possibly normal girls, ladies, women, whatever you want to call them, who have peppered their bodies with gross tattoos, or ink, as they might call it, is mind-numbing. How did this happen? What kind of lemmings exist these days? How easy malleable are human beings, especially to partake in something that is practically irreversible? Or does it specifically have to do with a poor upbringing, as this research study of the psychology of tattoo acquisition concludes? The fact that someone's identity now has to be permanently transcribed on their body is disturbing, and in my observations, it's done without regret most of the time. Maybe it's because it's their body and their choice, dipweed. And don't tell me you haven't already thought about getting Cheetos, Mountain Dew, or My Little Pony tattooed on your butt, didn't you? Oh, but then it wouldn't be an issue with you getting a tattoo. It's only a tattoo issue if women get the tattoo, isn't it? How neckbeards act according to posts on r/justneckbeardthings, and it's a turkey actually, it's a really nice looking ham. What we actually act like. Okay, cool, so we're right. The final boss, carrying the sword like he didn't already, grind it against the pavement, doling it out and cutting up some people because it's so long you had to drag it and you don't have the strength to actually pick it up. You can guarantee for a fact that this photo was taken like, alright, and take the photo. Australia banned all adult products from Japan. That include shmentai, lewd anime figures, and socks toys. What the F, Australia? Australia used to be on my list of places I might move, but I'm starting to think Australia might actually be worse than the United States, and possibly, dare I say, worse than Japan. No, it's not that bad. I think Australia might have a larger stick up their butt than even the English or Alabamians. What effing a xenophobic horse shot. Why would Australia do this, knowing there's people that are okay with this, and this wasn't a bigger deal, is enough to make me not want to move there. You know, this would be the perfect time for me to say that I would be sponsored by NortonVPN if I was, but unfortunately I'm not going to get that prime opportunity. But in reality, I thought that this was mainly put into play because of like the whole trying to crack down on underage stuff. Okay, no females in the ad, not cool. This dude's in the same crowd of people that harassed the AT&T girl on her live stream to the point where they made her cry. You can rightfully go isekai yourself by running in front of a bus. Guys, I can take down an army of guys with high caliber guns with my katana. Okay, I will have to say I absolutely loved the World of Warcraft episode of South Park. But you really gotta appreciate the guy that actually wound up cosplaying as this guy to a convention for a cosplay contest, and honestly, if he didn't win, he well much deserved to win. Neckbeards during No Nut November. He is 3.5 metric tons of raw sexual aggression. Ohio Walmart shopper arrested, allegedly brandish brass knuckles after refusing to wear a mask. All of this over wearing a mask. Americans, why are we so stupid? YouTube gamer nerd 35 imported Japanese child off-brand and filmed himself having sex with a doll while children watched online. This person, 35, pleaded guilty to possessing child abuse material. He was in possession of Japanese child off-brand videos and photographs. Judge said his obsession with Japanese animation could be a root cause. The YouTube gamer is due to be sentenced in late September. See, this is more so what the ban of anime in Australia was intended for this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, instead of just narrowing it down to this one category, they said ban all the lewds. So, unfortunately, a lot of people are still upset at this, even though this was the main cause of it to be implemented in the first place. You are not a friend with benefits, you are a concubine. The friends with benefit relationship is the reintroduction of concubinage in the modern era. Only a few men have access to the FWB, while all women who are not obese can enter one with ease. A smaller number of men, the Chads, are more openly building harems of these friends, which could be formalized into a legal status in the coming years. The result is that an ever-decreasing number of men will monopolize sex with virtually all women, who will live as concubines with Chad, and most men will have to rely exclusively on off-brand to achieve sexual release. Why is being mini-mongo-sexual called having a fetish? I feel like us mini-mongo-sexuals, men who are just attracted to petite, cute Asian women, are an oppressed minority. We should be part of the LGBTM community, but instead it's called a fetish, which is not reasonable at all. I can't read that because it's covered, and F all the way off. Your preference is a sick fetish based on stereotypes. You aren't fooling anyone. This isn't up for discussion or debate. I will play devil's advocate here and say I find it perfectly okay to only find one race attractive, much like how you can only find one hair color attractive. Obviously, if you literally refuse to date a blonde because they aren't brunette, that's a different story. I hope my metaphor comes across. I don't believe in anyone being submissive or some shot. I'm friends with many Asian girls, and they're actually pretty feisty. I just think the short, flat ones are hot. F off with this stuff. Sexually isn't only attracted to these specific qualities. Like, how wanting to F a clown isn't a sexuality. A sexuality is basically they need the genitalia of a specific sex. What you're describing is a fetish, and to think you belong in the freaking LGBT community is effing disgusting and shows how little you know about them. You are not pressed, you are an effing troglodyte. That's not true. For instance, many white women will only choose to only date white guys, and many Asian women also only choose to date white guys, so it's hardly a fetish. No, it is. A happy man can only even get sexual pleasure from another man. If a non-Asian woman were to have sex with you, you could get sexual pleasure from it. And when I say you, I mean your personality, the human being behind the actions, not your body. Going further on the LGBT community, race fetishists have never been denied housing, medical rights, education, basic human rights. Race fetishes have never and will never be forced to go to conversion therapy, killed, not saying that, mutilated, and much, much more simply because who they choose to love. You can only want to freak Asian chicks, but you cannot call that a sexuality. You yourself said they choose who to date and who not to date based on race. A happy man doesn't choose not to date women. They are biologically incapable of finding any woman attractive. You may only date Asian women, but you are still biologically capable of finding any woman attractive. I don't know about that. I doubt I could be into any white woman over, say, 22 years of age. On a personality level, your own, maybe not, but your biology says, presumably, you are attracted to women hard stop. You, the meat suit, could find a suitable mate in a non-Asian woman. A happy man's meat suit could never, under any circumstances, find a woman attractive. You choose to only date a specific race, therefore making it a fetish, not a sexuality. You know, honestly, I saw this on the subreddit, and bottom line, a sale is a sale is a sale, because honestly, if you're able to spend less money, then that is still pretty good. Personally, when it comes down to it, I'm more of a Cool Ranch Doritos and a Code Red Mountain Dew kind of person myself, but if you like it, that's you. I've always kind of had this notion of you can like things that could sometimes be classified as a neckbeard, but more so what defines you being that category of person is the personality and the bad habits itself, not liking certain clothings or liking certain snacks. However, unfortunately, because of people who have been notorious for liking said things, there is some type of negative notion tied to that, such as if you wear a fedora and you're not wielding a Tommy gun, then you know you're just not looking a little gangsta. But bottom line, please shower. That's like one of the biggest neckbeard red flags ever. She once gave me a pen when mine ran out of ink, and she also told me a good morning more than once. Like, come on, no one wants my number for work-related purposes only? Sense of compassion and basic decency mistaken for flirting. Yeah, I don't really know much to say about this. The only thing I could really say is the closest experience to something like this I've had is because of bullying in grade school once I graduated due to my anxiety. If anybody showed any type of generous or humanity towards me, I always kept on thinking there was a catch to it, like something bad was going to happen. So if there's any type of understanding to it whatsoever, maybe you're just too eager to get things going. So you register anything that could remotely be nice as in that direction. I might have misinterpreted it. If I got that wrong, please let me know down below. This is just what I understood from it, trying to understand what the heck's going on in this. It's called Smenta, and it's art. You know what? I'll give this one a pass just because The Office spawned so many good memes such as this one. Like seriously, my absolute favorite of all time from that show was the parkour stuff. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see another video like this one in the future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, start up one of them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.